City take the lead, Michael, in bizarre circumstances.
Welcome back to Match Day Live. I'm Natalie Pike and I'm still joined by Joleon, Lescott and Shaun Wright-Phillips. That is half-time in today's charity match against Barcelona. It is 1-1 at the break. So, gents, Shaun, what's your kind of overall take on that first half?
There's been some great football on display. There's been some excellent passages of play from Barcelona earlier in the first half, and then as the half gone on and got longer and there was a bit more space, and then City started to play some nice football as well and play the way we know them to play. So it's been very entertaining and a good watch.
I was wondering, with it being a friendly, with it raising money for ALS research, Joleon, was it going to be like a soccer aid game where like it's just a bit fun and people are almost just like having fun, and there's parts of it where you'll see people trying to do like tricks and like skills. It's not that.
No, I didn't think it'd be that charitable. Because they're professional, like the soccer aid games is like gimmicky to a certain extent, obviously for a good cause, but there's still elements of this that people need to get out of something. Like we're seeing players play for the first time. Calvin Phillips is his first start, so it's obviously an opportunity to get match ready because he may be needed on the weekend. But yeah, there's a lot more contact than we thought. Nico's obviously got in there, got straight,
like in the first couple of minutes.
In there, so it showed his intent that he's taking it deadly serious. So, which is good to see, as you said. But like Shaun said, like I don't think we've faced a team that are as comfortable as us at playing out and are going to do it regardless of the press or how it looks and how tight it is. It's like, okay, there's still. This is in their DNA. We do it now and we were known for it, but they've always done it. That's all they've ever done, so it's pretty impressive to see. You
mentioned Calvin Phillips there, Shaun. What did you make of his first half?
Well, trust me, Joe will tell you what it's like playing your first start for your new team. Sometimes there's always a little bit of nerves in there, and he started slower. Now, as the game got on, you could see he was getting his fitness in. His breathing seemed better, and seemed like he was up to match speed and started popping the ball around. And he's got a nice battle in there playing against Keze. It's two big, in a way, heavyweight holding midfielders going at it, and it's been a great contest.
So in terms of the goals, City took the lead in the 21st minute. It was Julian Alvarez with the goal, but it was very much a mistake from Penna, the Barcelona goalkeeper there. Oh,
definitely be disappointed with the way it's come about, and he's looked very accomplished with the ball at his feet, but as soon as it's gone into the air, and at the start I'm thinking, should Gomez even be crossing it there? But then as he does cross it, like Shaun said before the game, if there's one player that's going to read that situation, it's going to be Alvarez. He anticipates a good ball, a bad cross, but he's on the move. He's constantly on the move. Even if you recognise him at the start, it's not a great cross. He's thinking there may be some spillage, and it barely touches the floor, and he's poked it in. It's not like it's not hitting. He's reacted faster than the keeper.
It's almost like he knows it's coming.
There you go, which again, I just don't know if you can.
You can't teach that.
You can't look like he's non-stop. He's anticipated everything, and no defenders.
Most strikers don't go, do they? Because they're like, this is easy. Keeper's just going to catch it. And he just always does it.
So credit to Julian Alvarez for
forcing the error. I don't think he notices it if he doesn't close down because he's not there to tap it in. But I don't think the keeper drops it if he's not put under pressure anyway. So yeah, all the credit to him.
And you mentioned Sergio Gomez there. We'll call that an assist, I think. I think that's fair. I forget the exact stat, but last year, I think it was 7 goals and 11 assists, maybe slightly more assists that he got at Anderlecht. So what did you make of his debut, first 45 minutes?
He looked very comfortable, to be honest with you. You've seen him pop in the midfield areas already, which not a lot of fullbacks catch the grasp of that because that's foreign territory for a lot of fullback. But when you play in Pep's team, that's something you have to be able to do. And I think he's done that perfectly. I think he's handled Rafinha well because we know what he's capable of. And even when Rafinha did beat him down the line, he recovered, wins the ball, and City go away and play. So he looks very steady and very strong.
So the second, Barcelona's first goal, the second goal in the game, came around about 7 or 8 minutes later. It's a goal for Aubameyang. It comes from a set piece. Joleon, what did you make? Could Stefan Ortega have done better? How are you assessing it?
Listen, I think he'll be gutted that it's gone in. near post. I don't think he's done too much wrong. I know it looks like he's kind of meant that. I think he has tried to go across the goal. I think initially, was it Cole Palmer's got caught underneath the ball, wrong side of Sergio Busquets, but that's a clean strike. I think he's trying to go across the goal, and if he does, I think Ortega saves it, but I wouldn't be mad at my goalkeeper for conceding that, because, as I said, I don't think he's trying to do anything spectacular. I think he's trying to cover both sides of the goal, near post and far post, and it's just gone in, and that happens. Like, these players play for Barcelona or Man City for a reason, and they can squeeze goals in, opportunities like that.
Did you notice Ruben Dias's reaction there? Furious at conceding a goal in any game whatsoever.
I can imagine he's like that in training as well. Yeah,
100%.
Like, that doesn't just happen in games. That's just him in everything. He just wants to be a winner. That's what you need, isn't it? Really.
It'd be like players scoring goals in training that enjoy scoring goals. We've played with players that equally enjoy. It means a lot if you score in training. So yeah, I would expect nothing less than to be furious.
I love that. So regardless if it's training, if it's friendly, if it's...
I don't want to concede
ever.
David James wouldn't allow, when you play in training, he wouldn't allow balls in the net.
Yeah, he used to take them all out.
He wasn't allowed to rest balls in his net, so, you know, when you can see a quick one in training and you go and pick another one up, no, you had to be on the sides.
He said he don't want to get used to balls being in the back of the goal.
I'm here for that mentality. I love that. In terms of the second half, I'm guessing there's just going to be loads of changes, obviously, with the way, you know, the friendly nature of the game. Yeah,
I think there will be. I think there'll be more minutes for players that fans want to see now, but also safety. I think with the potential crisis we have at centre-back, I see Ruben Dias coming off, Luke Mbete probably going on, Kyle Walker potentially coming off as well. The more recognised players for us, especially at the back, with us having limited numbers, I would expect them to come off. But again, Pep's never give us reason to just give people minutes for the sake of it.
No, he doesn't, yeah.
Like, you still have to earn their minutes. Yeah. So I won't get carried away with, like, 9 changes.
Yeah, but you know what, though? But the thing is, though, normally I would have said that, but the players that are on the bench, with exception of Oscar Bob, have earned those. But you're not going to... Haaland is probably for the fans. Yeah. Kevin De Bruyne is for the fans. They don't need minutes. They're going to play to us in the weekend. Yeah. So I think it's maybe for the fans that have come and travelled, especially the Man City fans. I'm wondering if we're going to see Luke Mbete up against Robert Lewandowski in the second half, and I think that would be a brilliant test for him. 100 massive test, but he'll know he's been in the game, because he's no, like... Joke. Yeah, he's not a boy. He's got a man's frame, Luke, so yeah, he'll know if they come up against each other physically, he'll know he's facing a tough challenge. Do you think we might see more of the youth players coming on? Would you like to see more of them coming on? I hope so. Like Joleon says, it works both ways, doesn't it, really? You can keep the players rested and protect them, although they have to come on, but we would prefer the protection on this side, especially knowing that we've got 2 games in 5 days as soon as they get back. So I hope they are protected, but I would love to see the kids on. It's great. It's hard, it's a great occasion. Like, Josh could come on, but then Gomez is not getting his minutes in order to be ready for the games. So it is what it is. It kind of, you know, as a young player, you know you want to play, but if the opportunities aren't there for valid reasons, then you just have to bide your time. And a lot of them will be happy with the experience and getting to travel with the first team and being in and around that. That's basically the first step before you make that break. Yeah, and they travelled after the Newcastle game on Sunday, so they've had a good 3 or 4 days together, team bonding. Is that particularly useful? Oh, 100%, yeah, especially for new players. Talking about the sun. Yeah, man, I've seen the pictures. Recovery is needed, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think all of that would have been a reason for them to go away, spend some time together, recover well, and then just, again, create a bond and relationships. So thank you for sending in your WhatsApp questions. I'm going to try and get through a couple more now. We had some belters before the game. I was loving them, so thank you for sending them in. If you would like to send in any questions, you can do so using our WhatsApp number. So Mohammed has asked, if you could take one FC Barcelona player at Man City, who do you take? One of them now? One of their current players? Yeah, I reckon. Oh, thinking. Well, it's hard because that's how I was looking at it. But if you're going to go short, yeah, that's what I was going to say. You would mess with the centre back area just because of injuries. Yeah, Alaba.
Oh,
Back.
okay. So you're thinking right now because of the injuries.
Yeah.
What about over a season?
Any one of...
It's hard because...
You don't need him, do you? But you
No,
can't,
we
not
don't
going to
need
turn
him.
down Lewandowski, are you? You're not going to say no.
No, you can't.
If you could take him, you take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say nah.
Thought you played Haaland one week and Lewandowski the next
Well,
week.
But
yeah,
how
it's a
women
problem.
to
Man.
make
We might
it
need to go
work,
two.
but
We might need to go two on top. It's a real problem, that.
You're telling me we're going to go from playing with no strikers to playing with two of the world's best?
Oh, my, yeah. I'm
I'll
here
be
for
there.
that. I'm here for that.
I'm joining you.
Yeah.
I love that. Mohammed, tell us, who would you pick? Who would you have out of that Barcelona team? Right, I've got a couple of quick ones for you. Carly wants to know who's your favourite animal, or what's your favourite animal even?
Silverback.
A silverback. What's that?
Gorilla.
What? What?
Don't you ever watch King Kong?
No.
Don't you watch TV?
Yeah.
Discovery Channel.
Did you go to school?
Yes.
You don't know what
thank you.
silverback is?
You need to tell me
Move on,
more.
that. Move on. Move on. Move on.
You know King Kong's not real, right?
Yeah, but-
Silverbacks are.
Okay.
They're real
gorillas.
things. Yeah, gorillas are real.
Like gorillas.
Yeah.
Sean?
No, I'm into reptiles, so I quite like my snakes and stuff.
I couldn't know.
Have you got any?
I wouldn't have them in the house, but I quite like them like as an animal.
Shaun likes snakes. I like that. Okay, we we have a question that's come from Paul D from Scotland.
Here we go.
You can imagine who that is. He'd like to know, is Shaun sitting on a pillow tonight?
Sure.
Hey, Nicky! I didn't even know he had City Plus.
I know, yeah. I know he hasn't paid for it. He's either been given a code or he's watching it illegally.
Dickie, I don't know why they are saying that. I have no idea. Craig asks the ultimate all-time debating question, does pineapple belong on a pizza?
Oh, hell yeah. Chicken and pineapple pizza.
What?
I'm all over that. Ham and pineapple. You've never had a ham and pineapple pizza
Vegetarian?
before? Hawaiian.
No.
Oh, it's amazing.
Nah, man.
The different tastes, like when you eat it, you got the ham and then the pineapple pops. It's so nice.
Nah,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's nice.
that's not a real thing.
Is that a no from you, Joleon?
That's a no. That must be enough.
It's been in Pizza Hut
must
for
be
like
that.
since I was at school. They still sell it to this day.
Chicken and chicken?
Ham and pineapple.
Ham and
pizza.
pineapple's
It's
a real-
called
yeah, I know
Hawaiian.
that's a real
ham
thing.
And pineapple's real, but chicken and
Yeah, I
pineapple.
mix mine
Yeah,
up.
sure.
I mix mine up.
He's different.
This is very true. That part I can.
He is
I can
different,
agree.
yeah. He likes snakes.
me.
He likes chicken and pineapple pizza.
Pineapple.
Chicken and pineapple pizza. He likes Napoleon ice
chicken and
cream.
sweet corn.
But that's just like saying people have chicken and cheese.
Nah, man.
You don't have a mac chicken sandwich with a slice of cheese.
No, I
on it?
don't.
I do, man. It's amazing.
Nah, man.
Wow, okay. We'll get a few
There are
serious
other fast
questions
food
in
chains
as
as
well.
well. There are other fast food chains available. Sure, there's branded people out here.
We'll remember, of course, that we are a football show, and I'll quickly get in a few football questions. Derek says that Rico Lewis is playing so well. Should Pep give him more play time in the Premier League?
Nah, listen.
Still, you just-
There was always the argument for me, it was like when Phil was coming through and it was like, should he get more minutes? I'm like, well, Bernardo Silva and David Silva aren't playing bad. So I get that he could play, but is Kyle Walker playing that bad where he doesn't deserve to play?
No, I think it's one of those. That it's like you said, that it's the same mould as Phil. Like there's a steady build-up. There's
Yeah.
obviously a plan in place for him, which they're following bit by bit, and you can see it because we're seeing him more involved in things and getting these chances. And I can imagine in the Carabao Cup, he'll most probably play again. So there will be times for him to play, but I think patient because what Pep did with Phil worked. So.
Yeah. Talking about the Carabao Cup, the draw will be taking place very shortly, actually during the second half of the game. So Alistair Mann will let you know who we have drawn, and then we will, of course, talk about it in the full-time show. There is, of course, the Champions League draw taking place tomorrow as well. So do join us at full-time because I will be getting the thoughts of both Joleon and Shaun on who we can draw tomorrow, who they would like to draw, what they think of the Champions League draw in general. So do join us there at full-time. So Joleon, second half going to be starting soon. What would you like to see?
Fresh faces. Again, more risks. Just like they're not just as experiment. You know what I mean? Just to see if there might be a time where you may want to play with two strikers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We may need to. So can we experiment a little bit more in that element? But yeah, I think the game's played with a great attitude. So to continue the way it's going.
Shaun, what's your hopes for the second half?
More goals. on both ends. I think for the occasion and for the amount of fans that are there, it'll be nice for them, like Joleon said, take the risk, go and have fun with it, as well as do what you're doing.
There we go.
Let's change.
There will be some changes, so the players are coming out. And it's Pep and PK getting a nice hug there. So thank you so much for joining us for the halftime show of Matchday Live. As I said, we will all be back at full time discussing the game, discussing the Carabao Cup draw and the Champions League draw that takes place tomorrow. And just a little reminder again, this game, of course, is raising money for the ALS Research Foundation through the Luthon Foundation. So thank you for joining us. Don't forget, you can watch the game on City Plus and Recast live, and you can get full match commentary from the wonderful Alistair Mann and Michael Brown on the Manchester City app. And that's where we're going to be going back to now. Alistair, over to you.
Thank you, Natalie. You can tell it's a pre-season, well, not a pre-season friendly, but a friendly, not a competitive game, because our half-time guests are talking about pineapple on a pizza. But one thing that also proves the fact that it's a friendly is that at half-time